All right, when you own your own business, who is the most important person? Is it your customers? That really big customer that brings in a lot of revenue? Is it your team? The ones that are doing a lot of the legwork and the client delivery? Is it your family? Making sure that they get the support they need? I think you already know it's a setup question. It's you. You are the most important person when you are running a business. And I guarantee you, a lot of you are working a crazy amount of hours. You're not getting enough sleep. You're not eating well, and you're probably not consistently working out. Just a hunch, just a hunch. But it doesn't need to be that way. And when people told me this when I first started my business, frankly, it would piss me off. Like, what do you mean? How am I not supposed to get, or how am I supposed to get 8 hours of sleep each night? I mean, I'm a mom of 4. Where else is my time supposed to come from? So it would get really frustrating. But as I've had my business, and I haven't had it that long. We've been in business over 3.5 years. But as I have been in business and as I have continued to learn, I am realizing it is so important to take care of yourself. And so the number one area is sleep. And I'm still not somebody that gets 8 hours of sleep every night. I'm not even getting 7 hours of sleep every night. Did I mention I was a mom of 4? But on most nights of the week, I have decided to set a goal to do 7 hours a night. So 4 out of 7 nights of the week, I'm getting 7 hours. I have noticed that I can only go so long without that sleep. So I can do one night of 4 hours. I can do a night of 5 hours. I can do a couple nights of 5 hours. But when it starts getting towards the end of the week, I'm noticing that I am super cranky, mostly with my family. My mind is not as quick. I'm unmotivated. So towards the end of the week, I don't even want to work anymore. And it snowballs into other really unhealthy habits. So now let's switch gears to nutrition. So when I was 18, I was going to school, college, I was working, I had a baby, and to get me through those nights of studying, I would have 5-hour energy drink, Diet Coke, Pizza Shop pizza, and sweet tarts. And that's what would get me through those long nights of studying. And when I started my business, it was the same way. When I am working and I am focused on a project, or before I even had my business and it was during tax season and I'm working long hours during tax season and trying to get all this work done, I would revert back to my Diet Coke and sweet tarts kind of nights. And I realized when having my business that it wasn't really working. That wasn't working for me. It didn't make me feel better. It made me feel worse. It wasn't giving me any energy. And so I decided I'm going to try something different. I'm going to try not to do that. And I'll tell you, it was the motion of like putting something in my mouth. And I think it's the same kind of thing like when you have a smoker and after they're trying to quit, it's not putting something in your mouth. So that's what it was for me when I was trying to do my focused work. And I thought that the Diet Coke and caffeine was helping me, but it wasn't. So I decided I'm going to try something different. I'm not going to do that. When I have my focused time, when I'm on my focused work, that's all I'm going to be doing. I'm not drinking anything. I'm not eating anything. I'm setting the timer, 90 minutes on the clock, and I am focused on my work, and that's it. And that worked so much better for me than trying to fill myself with caffeine and sugar to get through those times. My mind is quicker and more alert. My focus is stronger and lasts longer. My energy is up and I don't get as tired. So what would happen is I kind of have those crashes, and or my sweet tarts would run out, and then I'd be like, okay, well, I guess I'm done working now. So, when I started my business when I was 30. So started college when I was 18, when I had the baby in college and work. 12 years of bad working habits, bad desk habits of drinking Diet Coke and eating sweet tarts. So it took a while to break those habits, but I feel so much better now that I did. The third piece of this puzzle is exercise. And exercise has always been a huge part of my life. Even in high school, I would get up first thing in the morning and I would work out before school even started. Kind of a crazy person, but I've always enjoyed working out. It's always made me feel better. But when I started my business, I started putting some of my work ahead of my workouts. So I get up super early in the morning, and then I'd be thinking about my deadlines and thinking about all the things that I had to do, because when you're starting your business, you're wearing 50 million hats and you're doing all the things. And I did not have time in my mind to exercise. I needed to do all these other things first. And that morning time was the time that I worked the best. So instead of doing my workouts like I would normally do, I started to work instead. And I found myself being kind of angry and in a bad mood. And I started resenting, like, if my husband got his workout in, then I was mad because I didn't have time to do mine. That's not his fault that I chose to do my work over my workout. I would tend to eat more. Well, I didn't do my workout. Might as well not care about what I am eating that day. And I'd eat more of the foods that weren't good for me. I would feel more drained and tired. Again, not have as much energy. And I can't tell you if it was from the lack of sleep, the food, the exercise. It was all kind of happening together. So I'm sure they all had a little piece of that lack of energy and that tired feeling. And I just wasn't 100% happy with myself. I didn't feel very confident in myself. And I just felt kind of sluggish and bleh feeling when I wasn't getting my workouts in. And I decided that this can't be how I live my life and how I manage my business, and this isn't working. So there needed to be a change. And I think it can be your nutrition, your health, your fitness can directly relate to how successful you are in your business. You have to take care of yourself before you can take care of your clients, before you can take care of your team, before you can show up for your family. You have to be able to take care of yourself first. And we always talk about these small changes. It does not have to be a drastic change overnight. You do not have to go from having bad sleeping habits to sleeping 8 hours a night. You don't have to go from having poor nutrition habits to giving up all soda, all processed foods, all fast food. You don't have to throw it all out. You can make small changes. It doesn't have to be that you go and work out for 2 hours a day. So we can take these small steps, just like I've talked about in your business goals and the action items in your business. Do this for you. Do this for your health and do this for your business. Do it for the people that you are surrounded by. and take those small action items each day, which are going to make huge impacts to your life. So, with sleep, it's just like me. I'm not getting 7 hours of sleep every night. I'm not getting 8 hours of sleep every night. I'm focused on 7 hours most nights. Most nights out of the week, I get at least 7 hours. So maybe you start with getting 5 more hours of sleep over the course of a week. Or you decide, I'm not going to hit snooze. I'm not going to set my alarm. So I got to turn my volume off. Sorry. I'm not going to set my alarm an hour early so I can hit snooze 5 times. Maybe I'm going to set my alarm so that I only hit snooze once, or I don't hit snooze at all and I get up right away. That gives you some extra sleep in there. On nutrition, maybe it's getting an extra glass of water every day. Maybe it's eating an extra serving of vegetables each day. Maybe it's not find that one thing that's going to be your thing. Like my husband's thing is chips or ice cream. Mine is sweet tarts. So don't buy that at the store the next time that you go. Make those small changes. For exercise, I think what a lot of people do is they jump in and they think, oh, I have to run 3 miles a day and I have to do lifting for 30 minutes a day and then I have to do yoga. Just go outside and walk for 15 minutes. That's going to be better than what you were doing previously, which was sitting in your chair all day. So just adding a little bit, adding the small changes that are going to have a huge overall impact to your life, and I promise you to your business. So that is where you're going to see so much change happen for your businesses when you start taking care of yourself. So I hope this was helpful for you and that you can implement some of these changes either today or starting tomorrow, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Thanks.